What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 and a completely pointless but probably fun little challenge map. Now, this topic came up on stream yesterday over on Twitch, and I wanted to give this a chance. Now, I'm on Chaos 7 Expeditions Dragonfall Bazaar. Now, can I beat Chaos 7 Dragonfall Bazaar? Yeah, I can, with practically little to no work. The question is, with the long pre-spawn lanes, meaning the mobs are going to spawn way back there and walk up around the loop, can I complete the map with nothing making it out of spawn? Now, it's the same thing with this one. There's a really long lap that the mobs spawn way back there and they walk all the way around. And this lane really is the only question, as the distance away that the mobs spawn is not quite as far. Now, obviously, if there's a siege roller or a Dragonlord that comes, they're going to make it out of spawn. That's just going to happen. I don't think there's anything I'm going to be able to do about that. And then also flyers. There's a solid chance flyers may make it out, particularly on this lane up here, as the flyers do have a bit of spawn protection up until really, really late on that particular flyer lane. Now, the other kicker is volcanoes only. Now, you know, obviously you could throw some Earth Shatters with Shatterquake and really get the glitchiness going on and get a ridiculous spawn camp going on this map, but can you do it with volcanoes? So here we are at it again with a whole crap load of Lavamancers all set up. We've got 800 DU on this map, which means we can use 8 volcanoes. Now, I went through and borrowed a bunch of random relics from other things. That's from PBTs. That one is from my Flame Auras. This one, I'm not even really sure, to be honest with you, exactly where that one belongs or where that one came from. I'm going to have a heck of a time getting all these placed back together. I'm assuming that is going to be maybe ballistas or cannonballs, one of the two. However, borrowed a bunch of relics. They're not all Chaos 8. However, I did grab a bunch of Chaos 8 stuff. And then I'm also going to use Destructive Pylon. Now, Destructive Pylon on a volcano is a complete waste of a shard slot. There's no doubt about it. Yet, I wanted to use the Destructive Pylon to buff the other volcanoes in the area. Now, of course, one from Mastery and one from Incursions. I've got the two different Destructive Pylons here, and we're going to use both of those. In fact, let's get those down now. What I've got in mind maybe is 3 volcanoes over on this area, and then then the other 5 volcanoes covering this area. So let's see, these are my 2 Destructive Pylons, so both of those are now down, and we've got to find a way to fit the rest of these volcanoes in, and still hopefully maybe even provide a little bit of lane blocking to kind of block the path here. Let's go ahead and grab some more Lavamancers. And let's see, these Lavamancers, there's another Chaos 8 relic. That's that 0 of 5 Tester relic. We've got, that one is from Ballistas, I think. This particular one is just a random one I had laying around that I used to test all the time. And then this one is actually going to get no benefit from any of the mods, because I'm not using any different defenses near any of the volcanoes. But let's go ahead and get it done. We want to get 3 over here. Want to make sure that they're in range to get the buff from that Destructive Pylon. And I want one kind of blocking this lane a little bit, as I do expect if any lane's going to have an issue, it could very well be that lane there. And then let's see, that's 6, so we've got 2 more left. We could put one, well, I kind of want them over here because I want them all to get buffed, so I was going to put them in the spawn, but I think it might be better not to bother putting it in the spawn and putting them over here. Now, in hindsight, I think it also would have been better off to use the Destructive Pylons on the relics that didn't have a whole lot of other value to them. Like that Water Servo Tester relic that was Chaos 7. That would have been great for a Destructive Pylon. However, I didn't do that. I didn't set it up like that from the start, and I'm way too lazy to go back and change it now. So it is going to stay how it is. Now, just in case things go terribly, terribly wrong here, I do want to bring along my nuke monk to make sure I can get a little bit of upfront damage done on these bads. Now, for the most part, I'm not going to DPS. If a boss comes, of course, I will, or if anything leaks out, I will. This one, of course, has nothing at all blocking the lane. But let's check it out, this 8 Volcano train wreck that we've got going on here on the Dragonfall Bazaar. And let's get it going. Now, it's all about... You see the volcanoes launch right through the walls. They go all the way back into the spawns, and they're hitting stuff. We see on this particular lane, the stuff doesn't spawn very far. Actually, it's annihilating those flyers up there. This stuff spawns really, really close. So, if anything's going to make it out, I think it probably has a greater chance of making it out right here. And then another challenge is going to be all this lost mana. Obviously, all these mobs that are dropping mana back there, I'm not going to be able to recover any of that. And we got Lady Orcs making the push already. Where are you at, Volcanoes? Alright, so we had some Lady Orc leaks. Lady Orc leakage right there. I didn't think those flyers were going to get wrecked so fast, but they got wrecked way back in there. So, I guess the Volcano is shooting into that spawn as well. But you see these things, it's just a barrage of hotness going on in. Now, we did have those Lady Orcs peep their head out there, so challenge failed as far as getting this done without having anything make it out of spawn. But let's continue on and see how the rest of the map goes. Let's get a bunch of upgrades thrown around. Just on all the stuff and things. Doesn't even really matter any sort of upgrade priority. Just ups or ups. Get them in, get them out. Every volcano actually has enough range to cover the entire map from where they're sitting. So, doesn't really matter in what order. Now, obviously, I would want to upgrade the ones with the Chaos 8 relics first. But once again, I am way too lazy to go through and decipher exactly what I did here with what's on what. But everything is getting wrecked. It's just a volley of lava hotness rolling on out. The Lady Orcs are parking their head in. Nothing else has made it out yet, other than a Berserker, though. Including flyers, and I'm anxious to see what the bosses are like. Now, Chaos 7 bosses, of course, are not too terribly mean. Yeah, see, these Lady Orcs are easily making it around and making it out. They're just so quick. It's all getting wrecked up over here. Let's see how Quibs does. Quibs is actually getting melted pretty darn fast. Yeah, Quibs down. Now, this volcano did take a shot. I think from a Lady Orc. I believe one of those Berserkers took a swing on that one. But pretty darn solid so far. It's actually doing pretty good. Now, as far as like a true spawn camp where nothing makes it out, I think Earth Shatters would be the way, because they have the ability to hit inside a spawn, plus they provide some knock-up and a little bit of CC. Now, I could put one... I could have sharded some of these volcanoes for a little bit of CC, which would have helped. But I wanted to see if it was possible just to power through it. Just volleys and volleys and volleys of lava balls flying everywhere. It's just absurd. Considering each one of these lava balls is hitting for, what, over 1 million? Looks like 1.5 million on that one. 1.84 million on that one. 1.4 million there. I mean, each individual lava ball is hitting pretty darn hard. That one's at 3 million. That one must be one that I've got exceptionally juicy. Let's see over here. We got 1.8. That one's 2.4, but that one's upgraded too. Well, then again, that one's 1.8 at tier 5. This one's hitting for 2.4 at tier 4. And assassins, obviously, they're going to spawn on my person. Now let's see how this siege roller fares. Can we front side smash a siege roller before it makes it out of spawn? Well, the tip of it came out. Just the tip, though, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Does that count as making it outside of spawn? Probably so. Now we got 600 left. Lots more upgrades to be had here. We got this side full up now. It's wave 4. I mean, like I said, I didn't have any guess at all that I would lose the map. But I was actually really hoping I'd be able to complete it and kill them all inside of the spawn before it came out. Sadly, the berserkers are just too fast. Now, if I get more upgrades in over here, it might start stopping them before they make it all the way out. But clearly, every wave, there's been berserkers that have made the run on out. Nothing that's made it out very far. It's getting it done, though. It's actually not quite as scenic as you would think. I was hoping for a wonderful fireworks show, but the fireworks show actually isn't that great because everything just goes back where you can't see it. Lady York made it there too. You see I got lava balls just flying everywhere too. All across the terrain back there. Now that of course is from a lava ball that launches has a set target. If that target dies prior to the lava ball getting to it, then of course the lava ball is just going to keep flying. It's not going to choose a new target in the air. Now if it did, that would be just absolutely absurd. Now let's go ahead and throw as many ups as we can over here. I'm just kind of hoping that... I was hoping to really get it so there was at least one wave where nothing would make it out of the spawn. But everything's getting smacked down big time. See how the shieldy? No, the shieldies didn't make it. It's like we got a digger that's going to make it out, though. I'm surprised that roller didn't make it farther, too. They do get that massive damage reduction up front, and none of these volcanoes are hitting it from behind. Flyers, too. I expected flyers to be an issue. And flyers are just non-existent. It's like they're not even there. Volcanoes are powerful, but they're 100 DU, so sadly, even though it has this massive, massive cool factor, it's still a defense that's just rarely, if ever, going to be the best use of your defense units. Gribbs almost made it out. I think he was still in there, though. Mouthius is just going to get wrecked, and here we got a Drakenlord. The Drakenlord obviously is going to make it out. There's just nothing we can do about that. Let's see. He's burning, but he's burning so slow. I need to just ignite him and get it over with. There we go. Drakenlord down. So there we go. It was not actually as successful as I had hoped. But there is a little volcano spawn camp in Chaos 7 Dragonfall Bazaar in Dungeon Defenders 2. So thank you all an absolute ton for watching. Make sure to click that like button and please subscribe. If there's anything just silly that you want to see, these little challenges like this to see if they'd work, by all means let me know down in the comments below, and if any of them sound fun to me, I will jump in and try to make it happen. So thank you all once again, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.